The price of Bitcoin is back on the up at $22,030. However, we do have a CME gap currently open on Bitcoin at $21,600. So there is a significant chance that Bitcoin's price on Monday morning drops down to fill that gap. So that's important to pay attention to at this moment in time. Another thing important to pay attention to is this channel right now. So if you wouldn't mind, drop a like on this video. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel because we've got a lot of things to discuss today. Of course, we've got the price of Bitcoin to discuss. Of course, we've got the price of TAP to discuss. And of course, we're going to discuss the price of Dafi and my current open trades and what I'm intending to do with those trades. So please do drop a like on it. We're trying to hit 1,000 likes on this video, so please do help me out with that like goal. YouTube's going to be punishing me a little bit for only uploading a little bit more infrequently than usual. But we're back to business, back in the office, and everything is back to normal. So Bitcoin's price anyway is back on the up, $22,047 right now. In terms of what does Bitcoin need to break above in order to confirm this breakout? Well, I would say first of all, we need to take into account we have a CME gap currently open at $21,610. If we look on the chart where $21,610 is, it is approximately right down at the bottom of this trading range right here. So, you know, it doesn't look fantastic heading into Monday. It does look somewhat likely that Bitcoin's price tomorrow morning will decline. If that is the case, then we will expect, I mean, I'll be going long at $21,600 because if it does it, I would expect a quick drop down and then a bounce back to the upside because I don't think there has been a severe sentiment change with regards to Bitcoin's price. If anything, we may end up just completely ignoring that CME gap for the first few days of this week as Bitcoin's price continues to rally to the upside. So in terms of what we're looking at from Bitcoin right now, we need to drop down onto a lower time frame, something like the hourly chart, and we need to look at these volume resistance bands that we have right now. It seems a bit unlikely to me that during the course of today, we actually break above $22,060, somewhere around that level. But if we do break above $22,060, essentially we should come back up and hit this old level of resistance, currently set at about $22,500. And that's on the hourly chart. However, if we're to zoom out a little bit on this chart and look to the downside as well, if Bitcoin gets rejected at this range right here, we can probably expect to close that CME gap around $22,600, probably tomorrow morning, to be honest. I'm not currently in a open trade at this moment in time in terms of have I got anything open? No is the answer. I've got a lot of altcoin positions that are not leveraged, but as it sits right now, I'm looking for trades to take. I've not currently got any trades open, and I'm going to change that during the course of the CME gap close tonight. So I'll be staying up late tonight to see what starts happening to the price of Bitcoin, and if we don't start dropping down quite considerably, I'll be looking to open long positions on the altcoin market, because looking at some of these altcoins right now, like GLMR, for example, which is MOONBEAM, that's dropped down very significantly over the course of this past week. If you actually look at that chart right now and wait for the screen to refresh, there we go. You can see that we're right back at the bottom of this range here with a bit of an inverse head and shoulders pattern looking thing at the moment. And also, we need to consider that although Bitcoin's price needs to decline, we could probably expect an increase or decrease in Bitcoin dominance and then an altcoin rally, even if Bitcoin's price is to decline. That pretty much depends on what's going to go on with Ethereum versus Bitcoin. So let's have a look at the Ethereum versus Bitcoin chart, because if the Ethereum versus Bitcoin chart is looking bullish right now, which it is, we could possibly have a rally on the altcoins, because again, we'd see Ethereum's price rallying up in terms of Bitcoin value. That means that it's time to go long on altcoins, but at the same time, Bitcoin's value can decrease ever so slightly during that period of time. At the start of most bull markets, it's something that we've regularly experienced, is Bitcoin's price declines a little bit, it resets, altcoins have a rally during that period of time, and then Bitcoin has a rally and altcoins prices reset. So people go in and out of altcoins, between Bitcoin and altcoins, as the entire market starts to reinflate in value. From my perspective, I expect that's probably more likely than not likely, being what this chart is looking at right now. It actually looks pretty decent, does the Ethereum versus Bitcoin chart. You can see here, we should loop back around in theory. We're at the bottom of this level of volume. Like if we were to lose these levels, then we drop down fairly quickly in terms of Ethereum's Bitcoin value. But looking at the current value of Ethereum versus the US dollar, this is the value of Ethereum versus the US dollar. It doesn't seem likely to me at this point in time that we lose this level of support that I've mentioned in the past at $1,507. If we look at the current price of Ethereum at $1,544, it actually looks pretty good right now. In terms of where is the Ethereum CME gap sitting, let's just wait for this website to load and it'll tell us exactly where. Where we go, there we go, $1,504. So again, Ethereum CME gap is sitting significantly below the current price of Ethereum. However, Ethereum does not have a history of reliably closing that CME gap level. It's also just as likely that Bitcoin completely ignores the CME gaps. It does do it occasionally. And the CME gap as an indicator hasn't been the most reliable over the past 3 months now, with it not playing out twice. So it's not worked twice out of how many days is that? Is that 3 months, 4 months, 4 weeks in a month? That would be 12 weeks. So 2 out of 12, it's not worked. So, I mean, it generally works, but it's not actually worked 2 out of 12 times recently. So that's an important thing to consider. So I'm currently bullish on Ethereum. I'm less bullish on Bitcoin. I'm waiting for a confirmation in the altcoin market for things like GLMR to start bouncing back to the upside. I feel like that's fairly likely at this point in time, given the price of GLMR last week was up at 55 cents. This week it's down at 44 cents. GLMR is not the only coin that I'm looking to go long on right now. There are a few others. If we look at those other ones right now, one of them would be SPEL versus USD. You can see here we've got this cup and handle formation starting to play out. Again, I'm looking to open a long position on SPEL fairly soon, and I'll be doing that on BYBIT, for which you'll find a link in today's video description. The other ones that I'm looking to take longs on are RSR, which is again approaching this key level of resistance. If we break through this range, there is basically no liquidity all the way up to 0.0057. Currently sat at 0.0041, so it'd be about 25% increase in price. Then we've got Holochain. Holochain is looking again pretty attractive to me right now. Another cup and handle formation starting to play out. You can see the cup here, the handle coming out here at the same time. I mean, it looks to me like the entire altcoin market appears to be just cup and handling. Another one that I want to look at right now would be Dafi. Now, Dafi's price, I expect, is going to go on a mad one again next week. This is Dafi's recent price. If we look at it, yeah, we had a huge shoot up after my video, but essentially the price has been in decline ever since. However, it's currently bull penning outwards, and I'd expect Dafi to come up and test this level of resistance around here in the next couple of days. If we were to measure that as a price increase to assess how much the price of Dafi would increase between now and then, it's about a 25% price increase is that. I expect this is going to happen, and actually Dafi has got good news that's coming out next week. It made no sense to release the news when Bitcoin's price was crashing, because ultimately, who cares when Bitcoin's price is crashing? That news is coming this next week. It should significantly change the tokenomics of Dafi, and for that one reason, I expect the price of Dafi is going to go on a mad one. To be honest, 20% seems pretty small given the overall size of Dafi's market cap right now. Dafi's market cap is currently sat at only like $15–20 million, something like that. It's a very small cryptocurrency, and if you look at the all-time chart on Dafi, at the daily chart, and we zoom all the way out on Dafi, like, it's been a lot higher in the past than where it is right now. We're currently just back at this level of support where we've experienced price action in the past, but there's a long way to go back to the moon on the price of Dafi. And speaking about going to the moon, XTP right now currently sat at approximately 60 satoshis. In terms of what we're doing, again, just a long pennant outwards. If I was to zoom out on this chart, it is something that you could literally plot as just a pennant formation, and this should again return to trading at this 70 satoshi range over the course of the next week. If you look at the order book right now, it's really fat with buys. We've got this massive buy down here of 10 million for 5 Bitcoin, and then you've got the sells here. Sells are looking a little bit heavier, but the sells do keep pulling away every now and again, and the price rises back up. We've seen a lot of volatility in the price of XTP recently, going up to 70, down to 60, up to 70, down to 60. That's like a 20% arbitrage trade. That's how you can make a lot of money just buying at 60 and then selling at 70 and rinsing and repeating over and over again. That's what some people are doing, but then you run the risk at the same time of, look, if we break through that 70 satoshi level, we might just keep pumping at that point. And I do expect that TAP's going to have some significant breakouts over the course of the next couple of weeks. Still, we've been waiting for a while now, but at the same time, can't complain given where my initial investment is. And at the same time, I continually buy more during these dips because I do expect a really good bullish price action on TAP over the course of the next couple of weeks. Again, download TAP's application. You'll find it linked in today's video description. Another thing I want to point out to you in today's video would be that Crypto Saving Expert is now live. Go over to Crypto Saving Expert, press the sign up button and make an account right now. It's your one-stop crypto shop. We've got news, we've got guides. The guides explain how to do anything in crypto. If you click on the guide section, there's even an encyclopedia. You don't know what a particular word that begins with N means? We have written definitions for every single one. And the word nonce does not actually mean the word nonce. It is a technical term. So there's a lot of things for you to discuss and have a look at on this website, including courses that are absolutely free. Please do check that out. You'll find it linked in today's video description. And on that note, guys, please do drop a like on today's video. 1,000 likes. Let's do it. 100,000 subscribers in 2023. thank you all very much for watching today's video, and enjoy the new camera on the main channel because it costs 7 grand. It's up here. Look how fantastic this beast is. If you're wondering what it is, let me just show you what it is. It's a Sony A1X or something like that. The body of it cost a fortune, and then the lens cost another 2 grand on top. It's a ridiculously expensive camera, but hopefully that means that people stop complaining about the camera quality on my YouTube channel. So thank you very much for watching today's video. If you did enjoy it, slap a like on it, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.